So here's the continuation of the consumer purchase. So first, what is consumer purchase? Consumer purchase refers to items used in daily living. For example, clothing, food, electronics, and appliances. So ayon kay Publilius Cyrus, everything is worth what its purchaser will pay for it. It means it comes down to value more than anything, meaning the value of fiber is connecting people who don't have big budgets with people willing to provide a service to cheap. So as you buy the purchase, is having done your homework and made your choice, you are ready to purchase. In some cases, you may be able to make specific arrangements with vendors as to convenience, price, delivery, and even financing. In Western cultures, prices for consumer goods are usually not negotiable. Consumers expect to pay the price on the price tag. In other cultures, however, haggling over price is common and expected, which often surprises travelers abroad. The more the purchase process allows for negotiation, the more possibility there is for consumers' enhanced satisfaction. However, the negotiation process can go the other way too. It allows move opportunity for the vendor to negotiate an advantage. This better informed consumer is more likely to negotiate more satisfying purchase, so it is important to be thorough in the pre-purchase research. A purchase may have transaction costs such as sales tax or delivery charge. For higher priced products such as durables and assets, those transaction costs can add up, so you should figure them into your overall cost of the purchase. Financing cost can also be significant if debt financing is used. Debt is long-term and is a significant commitment as well. It may pay to compare financing rates and terms just as you would for the product itself. Or you may be able to use financing costs as a negotiating chip in your price negotiations. So after you buy the purchase, you can now enjoy your purchase. Some products require maintenance and periodic repair to remain useful. You should research those additional costs before buying. Because after the purchase, you are committed to those activities. If you are not satisfied due to a product defect, you can contact the retailer or manufacturer. If there is a warranty, the retailer or manufacturer will either fix the defect or replace the item. Many manufacturers and retailers will do so even if there is no warranty to maintain good customer relations and enhance their brand's reputation. An internet search will usually turn up contact information for a product customer service team. So let's move on to consumer strategies. So first, let us define consumer strategies. Consumer strategies analyze financing choices and discuss their impact on purchasing decisions. The advertising industry is proof of the importance of branding. Customer brand loyalty is a real phenomenon. In the year 2007, the top 100 biggest advertisers spent $107.635 billion on advertising worldwide, with the automotive, personal care, and food industries leading the pack. Producers go to great expense to brand their products. When in doubt, consumers tend to choose a familiar brand. Once disappointed by a brand, consumers tend to avoid it. For some products, there are alternative private label and store label brands, applied to many products but sold by one store or chain. The store brand is usually a cheaper alternative and often, although not always, of comparable quality. This is widespread practice in the food industry with grocery store brands. Shopping for the store brand can often yield significant savings. Price advantage can sometimes come through timing. Seasonally updated products or models can force retailers to discount old inventory to get it off the shelves before the new inventory arrives. Automobiles, for example, have a one-year product cycle, as do many desktop computers and peripherals. Some products are naturally dated, such as calendars or tax preparation software. and so many be discounted as they near their expiration date. However, that is because they have less and less usefulness and may not be worth buying at all. Price can also be affected by transaction cost or the cost of making the purchase. They can be included in the price or may be listed separately. Larger and more expensive items tend to have more transaction costs, such as delivery and storage. Sale tax, which is a percentage of the price, may be required. And the higher the item's price, the more sales tax you will pay. Asset purchases also involve a legal transfer of ownership and often the cost of acquiring financing, which add to their cost. Sometimes, the seller may agree to bear some or all of the transaction cost. Retailers change prices based on buyers' needs. They practice price discrimination or the practice of charging a different price for the same product. When different consumers have different needs of a product, airlines are a classic example, charging less for a ticket bought weeks in advance than for the same flight if the ticket is bought the day before. Someone who purchases 6 ahead is probably a leisure traveler, has more flexibility, and is more sensitive to price. Someone who books a day ahead is probably a business traveler, has little flexibility, and is not so sensitive to price. The business traveler in this case is willing to pay more, so the airline will charge that person more. Retailers also offer discounts, sales, or deals to attract consumers who otherwise would not be shopping. Sometimes, these are seasonal and predictable, such as in January, when sales follow the big holiday shopping season. Sometimes sales are not sales at all, but prices are discounted, related to new hire. Prices that will soon take effect. Quantity discounts, a lower unit price for a higher volume purchase, may be available for customers buying larger quantities, although sometimes the opposite is true. That is, the smaller package offers a small unit price, while it may be cheaper to buy a year's worth of ticket paper at one time, offers a small unit price. In short, sellers want to sell and will use price to make product more attractive. As a buyer, you need to recognize when that attraction offers real value. Next, scams or buyer beware. So first, what is scams? Scams is deceptive scheme or trick used to cheat someone out of something, especially money. Unfortunately, the world of commerce includes people with less than honorable intentions. You likely have been taken advantage of once or twice or have fallen victim to a scam or a fraudulent business activity or swindle. Technology has made it easier for co-artists to steal from more people, contacting them by telephone or by email. The details of the scam vary, but the pattern is much the same. The fraud sets up a scenario that requires the victim to send money or to divulge financial or personal information such as bank accounts, social security, or credit card numbers, which can then be used to access accounts. The best way to protect yourself from scam is to be as informed as possible. Do your homework. If you feel like you are in over your head, call on a friend or family member to help you or to speak for you in negotiations. There are a number of nonprofit and government agencies that you can ask about the legitimacy of an idea or an arrangement. There are also some proven ways to try to protect yourself. First, never give anyone personal or financial information when solicited by telephone or internet. Legitimate business interests do not do that. When in doubt, contact the organization to verify their identity. Second, get a second opinion, especially when advised to do costly repair. Third, get a written estimate specifying the work to be done, the materials to be used, the estimated labor cost, the estimated completion date, and the estimated total price. Ask the vendor to provide proof of insurance. So, let's move on to chapter 8.2, a major purchase of buying a car. Many adults will buy a car several times during their lifetimes. A car is a major purchase. Its price can be as much as or more than 1 year's disposable income. Its annual operating cost can be substantial, including the cost of fuel, legally mandated insurance premiums and registration fees, as well as maintenance and perhaps repairs and storage. A car is not only a significant purchase, but also an ongoing commitment. In the United States, people spend a considerable amount of time in their cars, commuting to work, driving their children to school and various activities, and so on.
So, yun. Identify the product. So, identify the attribute of the car. Uh, what is the similarity to other car and ano yung mga maganda sa kanya, kung okay ba siya i-drive, okay ba siya i-operate. So, meron siyang site na nakakatulong para makita mo yung pagkakaiba nila, kung ano yung titignan mo sa sasakyan bago mo siya bibilhin. So, ito yun. The fuel or energy efficiency. So, determines the cost and convenience of operating the car. So, yun nga, bago mo siya bilhin, tignan mo muna kung gano'n siya kapasok, gano'n siya kababa yung price niya, then gano'n siya ka-convenience i-operate. Then next is size and the horsepower. Kasi yung size niya, makikita mo kung ilan yung kaya niyang isakay, kung gaano siya kalakas. Kasi based on the engine, kung gaano siya kalaki, ganon din kalaki yung engine niya, yung horsepower niya. Then the condition. Condition sa physical condition and odometer reading on trade-ins. So, syempre bago nila ibalik yun, napatakbo na nila ng matagal. Then, syempre kung kukunin mo, titignan mo yung physical looks niya sa labas, loob. Then, yung odometer kung ilan na yung natakbo niya. So, yun yung major attributes sa mga sasakyan na na-trade in. Then, next, the performance quality. The quality of the steering system, braking system, suspension, and transmission. I-expect mo yun na mas madali siyang i-maintenance and repair. Then the entertainment features. The other person or people can spend their times in their cars para makinig ng radyo, palamig, mag-charge ng phone. Doon dapat nandun lahat sa sasakyan yun para kahit saan man sila, kahit mag-spend man sila ng matagal sa sasakyan, okay lang kasi may radio, may may chargean ng cellphone, laptop. And next is navigation features. Yung mga ibang sasakyan, wala naman silang navigation features, wala silang GPS. Yung mga bago lang ngayon ang may GPS. Mga Fortuner, gano'n, para mas madali mong malaman kung saan ka pupunta or nasan ka. Gano'n din. Next is safety features. Many safety features are mandated, but distinctive safety features are offered, including, for example, electronic locking system, built-in security alarm. So yun, security alarms, kunwari may nag-tap or nag may nagbalak na magnakaw sa cellphone, sa sasakyan mo, mag-a-alarm yun. Then magtutunog din ata yung key alarm. Then yun, parang malalaman mo kung may nagbabalak ba sa sasakyan mo. Then appearance and comfort. For some buyers, the color, shape, and fitting of a car and its interior are important attributes. Kung ano ba yung kulay niya, syempre mamimili yung mga tao kung anong kulay niya, black, white, red, and then yung shape. Kung papasok din yan sa size na gaano siya kalaki, gaano siya ka-comfortable sa'yo. Then yun, next is reliability. Reliability refers to expected mileage and performance over time in all condition. So yun, kung gaano siya katagal, kahit i-ride mo siya 24 hours, kung tatagal ba siya or hindi. Yung sa reliability, dun mo makikita kung gaano siya tatagal. The next is make some buyers prefer particular brands or style of car and remain loyal to them. For example, may sasakyan ako na Toyota. Kung gusto ko mag-stay sa Toyota, Toyota lang din bibilin ko. Nasa ano siya, pagkilala, syempre kilala yung Toyota. And maganda rin naman yung mga ano nila, yung mga sasakyan nila, yung mga gawa nila. So, dun ako mag-i-stay. And all of these attributes can affect the price. And you may think of others' product attribution scoring can help you identify the models that most closely fit your goals. So, yun. Nakakatulong din naman talaga siya. Car attributes are widely publicized by car dealers and manufacturers who are among the top advertisers globally year after year. Then, the National Automobile Dealers Association, or DANADA, offers a checklist for used vehicle inspection when buying a used car. So, this is ito yung kung mag-inspect ka, titignan mo yung exterior, yung alignment, doors, mirrors, lights, kung may basag ba, kung okay ba kung umiilaw ba yung mga lights niya. Then the paint, kung nag-fade na ba siya, panels, bumper, trim, shock, windshield, and window. Next is the interior. Carpets and upholstery, instrument and controls, trunk, seats, safety features, comfort. Then the engine, ito especially engine. Belt and hoses, kung pudpud na ba yung belt niya, kung may butas ba yung hose niya. Then yung battery, kasi important yan yung battery, yung exhaust, fluids yung sa oil, ganoon, kung kailangan na ba siya i-change oil, idling, driving. So yun. Then sabi pa dito na the condition of exterior and interior features can indicate past accident. So dun mo malalaman kung nakailang aksidente na siya, kung na-aksidente na ba siya or hindi. Lack of maintenance that may increase features, operating expenses, or just driving habits that have left a less attractive or less comfortable vehicle. So let us move into identify the market. The dealer has a contract with the manufacturer to sell its car in the retail market. So nakadirect sila, may kontrata silang nagkasunduan nung manufacturer. Kunwari Toyota. Yung manufacturer na yun lang yung magbibigay sa kanila ng sasakyan na binebenta nila in a retail price. Dealers may also offer repair and maintenance services as well as parts and accessories made especially for the model itself. Dealers, yun yung tinatawag na kasa kaysa company. Then, kapag nasira yung sasakyan, mas okay na dun mo ipagawa kasi may discount yung repair cost nila. New car dealers may also resell cars that they get as trade-ins. Ito yung mga second hand, especially if the same models they sell new. Used car dealers typically buy cars through auction of corporate, rental, or government cars. Then some people prefer to buy a new car, prefer a new car with its more advanced feature and more certain quality. But a used car may be a viable substitute for many purchasers. Many people buy used cars while their incomes are lower, especially in the early stage of the adult. Siyempre, kapag brand new, cash, hindi mo naman siya mailalabas agad kung kulang ka sa income mo kahit naman kahit na tawag doon, kahit na i-financing mo, kung kulang yung income mo monthly, wala din, di mo din siya ma-afford, ibabalik mo din siya after a years kung hindi mo na kayang hulugan. Then kapag sa second hand, yun, mapa-finance mo siya kaso mas mababa na yung down payment. Mataas yung down payment pero yung monthly mababa na kasi sa bank mo siya utangin. So matatakil natin yan mamaya about sa loans and leases. As income rises and concern for convenience, reliability and safety increases with age and family size, consumers may move into the new car market. Kung nagkapamilya ka na, syempre bibili mo na yung bago, yung kasya na kayong lahat. So, yun. Demand for cars is affected by macroeconomic factors such as business cycle and inflation. Many people will decide to keep driving their current vehicle until things pick up, unwilling to purchase a long-term asset when they are uncertain about their job and paycheck. So, yun. If there is inflation, it will push up interest rate because the price of borrowing money rises with other prices. So, yun. Siyempre, kung magtataas sila, kung na inflation, tataas yung mga gasolina, yung mga pagkain. Then, siyempre, magtataas din sila ng interest rate. Paano yun kapag tumaas yung mga pagkain, gas, kung ganun pa rin yung interest rate nila, dun sila malulugi. So, one thing na gagawin ng mga tao is they trade them in earlier in the car's life. So, the quality of the used cars on the market rises. This may be a good time to buy a used car. So, yun, ah, mas mababa yung price ng used car. Kaya yan. So, let's move on into identify the financing. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na loans and leases. The cost of a car is significant. Car purchases usually require financing through a loan or a lease. Each may require a down payment, which you would take out of your savings. That creates an opportunity cost of losing the return you would have earned on your savings. So yun, explain ko. Kapag nag-loan ka kasi, syempre magda-down ka. Then, per month na, per month na hulugan. Hihiram at hihiram ka talaga ng pera. Magbabaro ka ng pera para pambili ulit ng sasakyan sa manufacturer. Kasi hindi naman cash yung nag-loan naman sila, car loans. So matagal na babayaran yun. Car loans are available from banks, credit unions, consumer finance companies, and the manufacturers themselves. Be sure to shop around for the best deal, as rates, maturity, and terms can vary. If you shop for the loan before shopping for the car, then the loan negotiation is separate from the car purchase negotiation. Then yun, loans differ by interest rate or annual percentage rate, and by the time to maturity, both will affect your monthly payments. Example, nag-loan ako ng car. Nag-down ako ng yung loan, yung SRP ng ng sasakyan na yon is 1.2 din. Nag-down ako ng 500k. So yun, kung 1 year mo lang siya babayaran, mas malaki yung down payment ay yung monthly payment mo. Then kapag 5 years, dun na siya, parang lilit na siya. Kasi tataas yung annual percentage rate. Mas madadagdagan yung rate niya kapag mas matagal mo siyang babayaran. A loan with a longer maturity will reduce your monthly payment, but if the annual percentage rate is higher, it is actually costing you more. So, a car purchase. So, let's move on to a purchase and post-purchase. A car purchase requires significant pre-purchase activities. Once you have identified and compared appropriate car attributes, a seller, and financing options, all you have to do is to drive away. Car purchases are one instant where the buyer is expected to haggle over price. Yung mga consumer, yung mga buyer, parang todo tawad sila kasi mataas yung price, nag-overprice. The sticker price is the manufacturer's suggested retail price or MSRP for that vehicle model with those features. Then some even promise the no dicker sticker sale. Ito yung hindi mo na siya matatawarin eh. Yun na yung niya, parang yung SRP niya. The dealers negotiate many of the factors that ultimately determine the value of the purchase. The optional features of the car, the warranty terms, service discount, on routine maintenance. Ito yung sinasabi ko na kapag dun ka sa kasa nagpagawa, may discount siya, may service discount. Financing term, rebates, trade-in value for your old car, and so on. As with any product in any market, the more information you have, the better you can negotiate. Siyempre, kung mas madami kang alam sa sasakyan niyan, kung alam mo lahat ng ginagawa mo, mas madali mo siyang i-negotiate. Then, the more through your pre-purchase activities, the more satisfying your purchase will be. Mas madami kang mabebenta. You will be required to keep the car legally insured and registered with the state where you reside, and you must maintain a valid license to drive. You should understand the terms of the warranty, especially if something covered should need servicing, so that you know what repairs you may be charged for. So yun, alamin mo kung sa pag bumili ka ng car, alamin mo yung mga warranty, kung ano yung mga na-cover niya, ano yung sakop ng warranty na yun. Especially yan, meron yan sa warranty yung sa engine niya, din yung maintenance. Alamin mo kung ano yung mga hindi niya nasakop, na kung pinagawa mo yun is matcha-charge na siya sa'yo. Then yun lang po yung report. Then thank you po sa pakikinig.